no, we're talking about the Soap Awards now. He's saying, how was the Soap Awards? I said, well, no, I got out before the party, otherwise we'd all have been on your show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure.
How about your nan, though? I need to know about your nan. It's just that vision of that.
Yes. No, he left her. He left her by the side of the road, and it was, I suppose, about a 2-hour round trip before he went back.
In Oldham. He left her in Oldham.
Left her in Blackpool. So anyway, talk show titan Jeremy Kyle has been hitting the airwaves in America, and he's been hitting it hard.
Two things, it's Jeremy.
Well, Jeremy, can I conversate with you?
And you can get naked with me anytime you want. That's what I'm saying.
He had lipstick on his collar. He said that his mom kissed him.
Apparently wants to talk to me before he comes out on set. Bit weird? Cut to the chase, Joseph. I'm a busy man.
He's shouting. He's just out of control.
Why'd you ring her 20 times a day? Because that's what a husband does.
How many women would think that was barking mad?
The lie detector does not lie.
He's 23 and he can't do what young kids do at that age.
He doesn't want to grow up. We're losing everything we have in the pawn shop.
I'm really trying to hold on to it here.
A true man wouldn't sulk like a little baby because he's not getting the right sort of attention from his wife.
I haven't finished, okay?
Wow, gosh, you don't hold back, do you? So the question number one, are they the same as us? Is it the same cases? Are you seeing the same things, or are they completely different?
Quite interesting, actually. I think when we went, you sort of think after 46 years of living in one country, will it be that different, and you worry about language and stuff. But the same stuff, different country. I think the pond in between transcends it. I actually genuinely, in the end, thought it is they're a little bit more expressive, you know, and they're a bit louder to begin with, but it is very, very similar, and we've managed to maintain it.
Because, I mean, I went into a shop in America and asked for some plasters, and they thought I was off my head, you know. I said, oh, no, sorry, Band-Aid.
If I'm completely honest, if you swap cannabis for crystal meth, that would be about, I mean, language, absolutely. I mean, for me, you know, I just decided that I would play dumb Englishman straight away, because if I'm going to stand there and I would just go, what is that, you know?
Well, how do they take to an Englishman listening to their issues then in that case, you know? Have you damn Brits coming over here?
Absolutely, and of course there are Brits that have gone there, and you know, Anne Robinson started it, to be honest, with Weakest Link, and they talk about Cal and all that, but it was always the challenge to take it to that country where that genre was started, I guess. And there's so much competition, and it's such a massive market, 200 television stations across the whole of America. You just do your best, don't you? We've done it for 7 years. You know, England's what it's all about, and we got the opportunity with ITV, and we just thought, you know what, let's go and do it. And we made 150, and it was great.
Do they see you as a baddie? Because sort of the Cal character, and you said Anne Robinson there.
I think
in all films, all the baddies are always English.
I think they love the accent, so that's the first thing. And I do think they have this thing about, you know, the English are quite straight and direct, and oh my God, you know, just do it like I do it in England. I mean, we're approaching, I think, 2,000 shows in England now. So I was for the first time though in 7 years, I was really nervous when I went there. Yeah, I remember standing at the side thinking, I've done this forever, but this is just the same set in a different country. But I was really nervous. But it
must have been quite nice for you to feel that, actually.
No, it was good, the adrenaline, to be honest. But I loved it, and we were very lucky. We got recommissioned after 8 weeks, which is pretty unheard of, because I think 95% of shows tend to fail there. So easier, I guess, to do tour. So we go back in July. We're filming 50 weeks this year.
Oh my goodness.
And so you're also doing it here as well?
Yeah, 200 here and 150 in America.
Don't you, because of the nature of the show, doesn't it just pull the rug out from underneath you when you look at sort of human nature and humanity? Don't you go home really depressed?
I think it's a really good question, and I think, you know, there were times early on where I thought, have I become desensitised? Because actually, a lot does make me angry, and I cried, and I've laughed, and I've done all sorts of things. The family is absolutely the switch off for me, and it doesn't matter about being on the television in America or England or any other countries. You know, you go home to 3 kids under 8, you know, as well as I do. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. They want to do a jigsaw at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning. They don't give a damn what I do, and so I've always used that as a real balance. And they spent 2.5 months in America with us last year, so it was nice.
Oh,
you know,
lovely.
We got our own house out there, and you know, we rented a house, and they loved it. But they actually, in 9 weeks, my kids saw a heat wave, a hurricane, an earthquake, and a snowstorm.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you get that out there on a Wednesday.
It's not great, is it? I'm not sure about the umbrella thing, but no, seriously. So it was. The kids and Carla. That's really important. It's a real balance against doing it.
So how does it work? Because obviously you've got the whole setup over here, and I know that you're incredibly proud of the aftercare with the show. That's kind of a major part. In America, is it the same? Do they have that same system?
You know, let's be perfectly honest. I think that was probably the hook by which we got the opportunity. I mean, there are probably 46 talk shows in America. It is conflict, but it is resolution. And we always said in England that it was important to us that before, during and certainly after was looked after. So we made sure that we implemented that. A lady called Dr. Janet Taylor, who works at Rikers Island, the big prison in New York, and has worked for years in that field, joined us on the show. So it was exactly the same and important. But the thing is, you know what the cynics are like. They'll say, well, you can change people's lives. No, what we're doing is a television show, and if we can provide that aftercare, then that sort of justifies it, to be fair. And lots of people accept that in England, lots of people accept it in America, some won't, but you've got to offer it, I think.
You must be the man that's on the telly the most. I mean, I get accused a
ridiculous.
lot, but I mean, you know, I think you're way above me. ITV1, ITV plus 1, ITV2 plus 2, because Kyle USA is on Saturday mornings in ITV1 and daily on ITV2, and then of course the main show here, the British show, is
32
weekdays.
times somebody told me last
32?
week. I didn't even. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But ITV2 for JK USA at 6 p.m.
Brilliant.
And then Saturday mornings ITV1 a double bill. So yeah, we're at it.
Very good. Lovely to see you.
Thank you, and good luck with everything. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. We're back tomorrow.